Alright guys, this is Irene CBiz Media. We're doing another recap chat as we close out 90 Day Hunt for Love. Hunt for Love's from the 90 Day universe, from couples and remnants of people that didn't work out on the show. Now they get another chance at love at this kind of Love Island style spin-off show. It's really just kind of a big messy mess. And even though it's messy, it's watchable and people are watching it. So let's get back into what was going on in the last part of the tell-all, part one. So it takes place again back at this point. Cole is standing up for Jennifer as he plays Mr. Superhero, Mr. Good Guy, as if he's never had a messy past with women. He calls out Cole for being weak and smug, as Tiffany and Elise call his woman Jen out of her name, and he stands by and giggles. All he can do is make fun of Colt's leg that's unhealed in return and play the victim of Jennifer. Tiffany says if it's so bad, end it then. Jennifer realizes Cole is not such a great guy at the end of the day. She loves him but wants to end it, but will she? That's toxic love, folks. Some of the cast ask Rob, you want to get at her now? Others say he dodged a bullet. Look at what Cole's going through. At the end of this, Jen is still no victim. There's no victims here. That's my thoughts. Word of the day is fluff. And no, it doesn't mean what it sounds like. Take some letters out and replace others. This word is a replacement for another word. And that's another lesson from Sesame Street After Dark. A lesson I wasn't trying to learn. Thanks, Hunt for Love. Chantel comes out with Ashley as hetero love didn't work for her at the resort. Ashley pulled a number on her before leaving for the trip and planted a kiss on her, despite Chantel's first hesitations, as Ashley tells us the story. After showing the kiss challenge that she did with Jennifer on the show, Ashley gets jealous and she proves, hey, I'm a better kisser, showing us she's one to talk a lot of game, and she puts on a little show herself live at the tell-all. Rob is loving this. He praised Ashley's fit and girl swag, makes sounds of approval as they share their bedroom stories. Hey, Rob, isn't your ex-wife bisexual? You didn't seem to like that so much when you found out she was into girls. The guys, especially Rob, seem to love their story. Then Chantel's mom, she comes out, as we said before, cutting a fit. She was overdressed with too many layers of overcoat, and where them fans at in her hand apparently. Coats and fans, do they go together? She claims Ashley got close to her first and known her for a while now, but she did it probably just to get at her daughter. Her rude text about garbage bags was so petty, but that's why Mom now hates Ashley. Also, the fact that she could be the next Pedro, clout chasing on her daughter just to leave her with a broken heart. Mama brought us some props here. She had the fans in her hand. Well, just one, but she had that fan in her hand. She also had those garbage bags that were the whole issue between her and Ashley, waving them around. She also dropped suckers in both the girls' hands, calling them both one. At the end of the day, she does say she supports her daughter as she reveals that, Chantel reveals that they live together and she's in love with her. If a wedding was to take place, Mom says that she would be there. She consoles her daughter as she gives tears and shares her tears due to family and other people not really accepting her change of lifestyle. The new host, Suki, says, we'll be seeing you in the future. I thought so. I thought that was going to happen, especially the way the show ended. That they were going to try to keep running this story. Is this going to be a new 90-day stunt? Family Chantel? Will I be watching? The cast kind of gangs up on Mom, but Colt says he DMs her in real life and he loves her. To me, it's all about the show, a part of the show, and Mom's a big part of the show here. That's what she does. That's the stunt she plays. And that's how her and her daughter have the show and the family Chantel. She's like a big part of that. Even though Ashley says, well, look at you, you're clout chasing. But they had this franchise before you came, Ashley. You're a newcomer here. And she definitely could be clout chasing. I'm not against that being a possibility as well. Speaking of the new host, Suki, what happened to Sean Robinson? I've heard that she got fired. Please drop in the comments. Let me know. Was she fired? I hope not. I hope that's not the case. I hope they just did something different, because I always felt like Hunt. I was hoping they didn't do a traditional tell-all. They did mix it up by putting Suki in there, so I'm not mad at them, but I hope that Sean Robinson is not gone. I know people have been complaining about her not asking the juiciest questions, but I hope she's still around. All right. Now, Usman got dumped by Courtney for Colt. We know this. This is the man he bullied and said was beneath him and beneath Courtney. She's giving us white girl tears as she sees the replay of her letting Usman down and basically breaking up with him. And she says, well, I feel like I broke up with him and our friendship ended. Like, but why the tears though? That's a bit much. Anyway, I mean, well, she's been a bit much the whole time. I thought she was just doing this to get out of, taking accountability for stringing this guy along. But she acts as if she never intended to do that. I see too many back and forths and inconsistencies during the show that she was really feeling Colt so much more than Usman, but she was still playing along with Usman. It was just a way to have something going on the show. A love triangle, so to speak. Courtney at one point, she praised Colt's manhood, but his manhood does come into question by Usman. And she did say it appeared micro, but, I'm getting two conflicting stories, because I remember her saying the opposite. Usman always brags about his manhood, but he toned it down for the day. His ex, Kimberly, came out, and everyone was, chanting Kimberly. We love that Kimberly chant. Probably better than Usman's music. Anyway, she comes on, tells him he's looking good. She kind of gives him a little bit of a flirt, but then, no, we don't have anything going on. We're just friends. We still talk. Just like most of us, she says that Courtney did lead Usman on. Yeah, most of us believe that. That's what I saw. But Usman, she says Usman is unclear about his intentions, the way he moves. He did that with her as well. And Rob says he was basically all talk. Colt calls him a sugar baby and says his love language was give me. He just likes to get stuff from women. But then Rob calls Colt out saying, hey, aren't you living with Courtney? So who are you to talk? Tim is still trying to defend Colt. He doesn't need your help, Tim. So which one of these guys is really the sugar baby? Because they both kind of are giving sugar baby vibes. And I'm just not putting these two together. Like, maybe you guys need to team up. I don't know. Make a whole app, make a whole industry out of this under 90 Day. The 90 Day male sugar babies. I don't know. But there's more review to come because I have part 2 of the part 2 tell-all review coming your way. So if you want, come back and check me out. Thoughts, comments, questions, email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com or drop it below, where we're talking faith, love, and trends right here on CBiz Media. All the best. Talk to you next time. God bless.